Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Weird and Proud podcast where we're weird and we're proud. Right, James?
We're also tan and
A little.
relaxed
A
right
little.
now.
Yes. Yes, we are. We are very relaxed. I feel like I could have been tanner, but I'm trying to, keep my skin fresh to death, trying to stay out of the sun, try to wear sunscreen, especially on my face, especially. But yeah, I got a little bit of sun.
It's a great skincare tip.
Great skincare tip. Yes, exactly. And we were very relaxed because we just came back from Mystic. We had an amazing weekend in Mystic, Connecticut. If you ever get a chance to go, definitely do for my
Go to the
local
Mystic
Connecticut.
Aquarium. It's so much
Yes.
fun.
Yes, I was gonna say hot spots, and I would say even if you're not from Connecticut, it is a great little weekend getaway, especially very New England feel, especially like this time of year, there's lights everywhere and hot tips. Mystic Aquarium, obviously the best, like for us animal lovers, we were in heaven. You can actually like pay for a pass to meet sea lions, meet penguins, like literally you get to pet them, watch them do cool tricks.
And the beluga whales.
And the beluga whales. You can be a trainer for a day where you get to like follow a trainer around and like
It's
yeah.
utterly amazing.
It was a dream come true. So we did that. And the food, obviously, in Mystic 2 is amazing. There's the old Mystic Village, which is like this. I mean, it's almost like, like an old like 1800s.
Yeah,
Like a
easily
like a almost, it feels like you're on a movie set. I always feel like you're on like a Hallmark movie set, but it's like they reset it up like a 1800s village.
There's all these cute little shops. There's a
Yeah.
wonderful beer bar you can stop at. There's
Yes.
a delicious boutique coffee place. Like
Yeah.
all kinds of little things. You won't find that kind of thing everywhere.
Mm-hmm. It is quite cool. Also, if you hear a little growl, there's a little doggy named Prudence.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you will see how relaxed and tan we really are.
Yep.
And
you'll see
Prue
this
has joined us.
adorable angel sweetie baby. Other hot spots, then the Seaport Museum, which you're always like, oh, museum, but it's also like an 1800s village they set up on the water, like on the ocean, which Mystic is on a river that goes into the ocean. So it's like right kind of on the ocean too.
It's one of the only places that restores old wooden ships in the United States.
Yes. We learned all these fun facts. And then great food. We went to Shipwright's daughter last night, and the food was amazing.
Fun fact, did you figure out what a shipwright was when we were at the museum today?
No.
It's a ship maker. They're called shipwrights. That's why it's called the Shipwright's Daughter.
Oh, love that. Love that journey for Mystic. And Mystic is very much like it's a port town. I mean, the entire downtown, it's all
on water.
Yeah, it's all
Beautiful
surrounded
walks.
by water and boats everywhere, much like a fishing town. Great seafood, obviously. Really good seafood. We had the dinner last night.
If
Again,
you
was
like going
fantastic.
to towns, doing a little
Pricey, but-
shopping, seeing some sights,
Yep.
going to museums, learning a lot, and having some great appetizers and drinks,
Yeah.
easily can fill up a 2-3 day weekend if you want to just see
Yeah.
everything and take your time.
Yeah, it is such a fun little spot. And also, like, it's close by Foxwoods and Mohegan Sun. So you could like make a full weekend out of it, and tons of haunted places. Like we've gone to like every haunted hotel in the area because it's all like, this was one of the first port towns
There's buildings from the 1700s still up.
One of the houses was built in like 1619. It was crazy. Super haunted.
Love that stuff.
Love it. Also, I want to say that we did have some audio issues last episode. Like, this is the thing, we are learning. We're hopefully
Learning and growing
to improve. There's like certain settings, like I just, like I'm learning all about like the different audio settings because like I'm trying to perfect it, obviously, especially like when I'm doing more of these with James and then doing the secrets over it. It's trying to figure it all out, and So I know it was a little soft. Hopefully this is a lot better. And I did notice like I put it on like some setting that just like really takes the
Did
sound
it
out. So
make us sound
anyways.
like robots?
No, no, no. Thank God it wasn't. I think it was just super, super
Can I
soft.
talk like
No,
this?
please don't. Um, there were cats crying in the background. Someone's up to no good. But we are going into the Thanksgiving week next week.
Yay! I love Thanksgiving.
So
Thanksgiving does not get enough media time.
yeah, and I had some people submit some Thanksgiving weird things they do. I also just looked up like because I am just curious about Thanksgiving in general. It is kind of like a random holiday, and like the meal is so specific, but it's also just like bizarre. And I was talking about it on Instagram, but like it's like green bean casserole. It's like who decided that that was going to be a staple of the meal? What is that? Oh my God, are you okay? Oh, that's your phone.
I don't know why an alarm is set. Whoops.
Yeah, James set an alarm
Random
for
alarm set.
yeah. What are you up to over there? What time is it? It's such a specific time.
8:40,
Yeah,
very
who sets
important
an
time.
alarm for
8:40 p.m.
It's 8:40 p.m. on
on
a
a
Saturday. Who sets an
very
alarm
important
for
time for me.
8:40? Yeah, anyways. So we're going into the Thanksgiving week. Secrets. So we have some weird secrets that I had some people send in. Because the holidays are always a weird time. Thanksgiving's weird. This is the Weird and Proud podcast, so it only seems right to, do a Thanksgiving episode. And then next week I will be staying we're going up to Maine, which is where my family's from. And where I was born and raised, and we are going to be staying with my father, who is a wild animal. Maybe do a little family affair.
Share family secrets.
Yeah, share some family secrets. All right. So I wanted to know, like, first, there's a lot of weird dishes, which I just feel like we should discuss first. Is get into the dishes side of
Ooh,
it.
can I make a Thanksgiving almost political note? I
Oh
probably should have
God.
told you about this up front.
Oh God. Okay.
I think that there's been a lot of new awareness going on in the world. And I think that it's a good idea for everyone to recognize that in your area of the country, there are probably some indigenous people that you could learn about. And I think that that would be a smart thing to even go read up about it. If just something to just learn
Yes.
about your area. And some things that happened were horrible, horrible, horrible back then. I
Yeah.
realize we weren't there, but there's nothing wrong with gathering more awareness about it. So I'm just going to throw that out there.
I love that. That is so good. I'm so glad you brought that up. I'm so glad you suggested that because that is a good idea. I mean, I guess because I keep saying like, I don't get like the Thanksgiving meal, but that really,
We did
I
when we
think,
were just in Florida, and we got a chance to see and hear a little, not much, it was very short, but we
yeah,
heard a little bit about some of what goes on down there and how it's different where I'm from in northern Wisconsin. There's a lot of indigenous people up there, and I went to high school with a lot of people that, were like that you would have formerly called that they were Indians, or Native Americans, but now indigenous peoples, I believe is the proper way to say it. And I think it's important to learn about that stuff.
yeah, I agree.
Thanksgiving would not have happened without them.
Truly, we would not be here. No, we would, but I mean, like, we would not
Be talking about Thanksgiving.
right. We would not be talking about Thanksgiving and have Thanksgiving without them, right? Okay, well, we'll go into some of the weird foods because we were just
Let's
talking
do
about
weird foods.
that. Because obviously that's a big part of Thanksgiving meal, which is the specific, odd, and I think also like regional. Like I feel like there's a lot of different side dishes depending on where you live in the country, which is really interesting. So the first thing is, have you heard of the something called aspic?
Like an ass pick?
No, not something where you pick your ass.
Oh, I was going to say, sometimes when my underwear gets a little bunched up there, heck yeah.
Oh my God. I cannot.
Where's the monkey drummer in the background that goes boom boom?
Yeah, no, because there is none because we don't need
I might
one
need
for
one of
you.
those today.
But an aspic, so we had a bunch of submissions that aspic is basically, well, I think I was telling you a little bit about this. It's like a meat jello.
Oh, that sounds
So
good.
it's like taking the gelatin, right, and making a meat jello and putting like different vegetables inside of it. And so you can add, like, a lot of people will do, there's one that's tuna,
Interesting.
yep, with corn and carrots. There's one with eggs, corn, and peas.
Does that feels like the type of food that people came up with on some sort of a dare?
Well, and it's like, I mean,
Like, I
I
dare
guess
you to eat
the
this.
gelatin stuff is like, I guess if it's like the
Well,
animal part, I
gelatin
mean,
is animal. I
yeah, like the
mean,
bone marrow you
yeah,
think about, but it's like,
it's broken down
why?
collagen basically.
Yeah, but then I think people take it to the next level where, like, I was looking it up, and aspic, like, you can make like unflavored jello, and then they'll just put like boiled vegetables
In the Jello.
inside. Yeah. Like, I have put up some pics on the Instagram, and I'll put up some pics on the video, but
You know,
it's
did you know why it's called Aspic?
why?
I did read about this
What?
because I think what it is it's basically a dare between would you rather eat this or pick your ass and eat it. I think that's why it's called Aspic.
No, actually it means hot cold in French. So, very
I think
close.
mine's more right.
So, it's like the idea of you prepare it hot, but then you serve it cold. And like some people would just do like an unflavored jelly, and then they'll put like meat stock in it or like broth, and then put
You know what's another great example of hot cold?
what?
Pizza.
I love pizza. Oh,
You
here
make
comes a
pizza
cat.
hot, but cold pizza, delicious.
Yeah. So that's kind of weird, and that is something that I feel like it's a, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's from the Netherlands, and it's like a Danish thing.
Yeah, they're you know what? I that can see that the
There's
Danish
a
people
cat.
have some very
There's
interesting
a cat.
things that they do.
Oh, and here, this is going to
They
be a
wear the wooden
horrible, horrible
shoes.
thing.
This is going to go bad.
My cat and the dog are
If
right
you're
here, and they
not
hate each other.
watching on screen, we'll give a description. One of the cats of four of them and the dog, they don't get along so well, but they love to challenge each other. And we basically have an on-screen challenge going on right now.
Yeah.
So it's great stuff.
Yeah, pure enjoyment. Good thing Prue's like passed out.
Another hot cold could be chicken.
Well, yeah, maybe. Well, no, I think this is more of like the jelly. Like aspic is supposed to be more of like the jelly. The aspic part is supposed to be like held in a jelly. Like it's like the food is prepared hot, put in a jelly and cold. You know, that's what it looks like.
Oh,
I'm showing James
it's
a picture,
beautiful.
right? Kind of weird. So that's a big one.
We should have an ass pick competition. So let's see who makes better ass pick.
Oh, well, I know we were talking about that. If we should do like we should try and make some of the weirdest foods that there are, and I think that, I mean, like I would like it would just be a waste because I just don't want to waste food because I'm not gonna eat all that if it's like weird stuff in Jello. I'm not, Would you?
True. I love it. You're worried about your carbon footprint.
Exactly. It's more about the environment than anything. So that is the this gelatin, like a lot of Jello salads, Jello desserts, which, like, I guess a big thing is like people do Jello with like canned products
You know what one of my
and
favorite
cream cheese.
Jello stories is?
What?
Not to bring up Christmas. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, that
Aunt
is
Bethany brings
so
the
good.
Jello cat food, the Jello mold with the cat food in it.
Yes, 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 yes.
Is your house on fire, clock?
There was a yeah, the it's someone says that they'll take a green Jello and put
That
like,
was the one in National
yeah,
Lampoon's.
right, green Jello with, yeah, then that like is an actual thing. Like that's a real
So
dish.
Aunt Bethany really just made ass pick.
Totally. Yeah,
Good for
she
her.
did. She's innovative. And it's
What's your favorite Jello flavor? Go.
I don't even know if I really like
Pistachio.
what?
Have you ever had pistachio Jello?
No.
Knock your socks off.
I can't remember the last time I had Jello, except if it had alcohol in it. You know what I mean? When have you would just like been eating Jello on the regs?
I mean, I haven't had Jello in a long time, but
Right.
pistachio.
Interesting. Well, here's another one is cranberry Jello with mayonnaise called cranberry
I
surprise.
do like mayonnaise. That would be a surprise.
Right.
Where if you're like, oh, I'm gonna have some Jello. Wait, there's mayonnaise in here.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah. And then there's also ambrosia salad. Do you know what that is?
It's the one with tuna on top, right?
No,
No, that's
ambrosia.
that's a different
Yeah,
salad. I
that's
should know
I
this.
forget what
I
that
should know
one's
what
called.
ambrosia salad is. I don't.
So
Remind me.
this is Cool Whip, cottage cheese,
Oh,
and
I've heard of
Jello.
this one. Okay.
So that
I could do.
is
I love cottage cheese with a lot of weird stuff. You've
and
seen me before.
well, and you know what? So I was just saw is one of the facts that I was going to read was weird facts is that a lot of these came from the Great Depression when people are trying to get creative over like not having a ton of money and to keep and preserve meats,
They
they
put
would
it
put
in
it in
Jello.
gelatin. See, this is by the way, you are going to learn so much. Like not only will you be thoroughly entertained,
And if you can use all
but
this at your Thanksgiving dinner conversation,
totally. Yes.
look this stuff
Yes.
up, talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that is definitely the Jello or definitely the weird, Jello ones. And I think too a lot of mayo is a huge thing in especially down south. I heard a lot of mayo with pears and like
Interesting.
almost uses like a I think it's like a dessert. It's almost kind of like a fruit salad, but with mayo. And then they'll put maraschino cherries, a lot of maraschino cherries.
I've
Right?
heard of you did mention this the other day, and now that you're saying it again,
Yeah.
I think I have actually had that somewhere before.
And sometimes they'll put cheese on it. So someone said that they do pears, mayonnaise, cheddar cheese with cherries on top. That is bizarre. That's bizarre. That ain't right. That ain't right. Although, like I say that, it's like sometimes you hear you heard of food, and it sounds gross. But like there's sometimes when you have things in that sound gross. Like I mean, a lot of things.
You think a lot of things I eat are gross.
Yeah,
Canned
because they are.
sardines.
Yeah, canned sardines.
Delicious.
Yeah, James just will literally eat.
My
an entire-
Aspic would definitely have canned sardines in it.
Mm. Oh my god, that would be absolutely disgusting. I cannot imagine anything worse. So yeah, luckily, I think I was trying to think of like the weirdest food that we do, and like I don't know if it's really the weirdest stuff, but like definitely, like I think just the idea. I think probably the weirdest is like the cranberry in a can. Like for me, that's probably
Canned cranberry.
yeah. I do
It
love
just comes out a flopping.
yeah, and it's funny. Like I would never eat that any other time of the year, and like it is so weird. But it's like it does go freaking great
See,
with a
you've had
turkey
my.
dinner.
I know I've made you real cranberry sauce before.
Yeah, but there's something
I
out of
know
a
the
can.
nostalgic.
Well,
I get
yeah,
it.
and it's like, and I was just thinking, like, and it does have a Jello to it,
Oh, total Jello to it.
So it's like maybe I would like the Jello.
It is maybe it's an
We
Aspic.
you know what? We should show up to Thanksgiving. We should try. We should make one of these.
Oh my god, we're totally okay. We will report back. We are
Oh
making an
my
Aspic
God.
for Thanksgiving,
That would be really
and we're
funny.
gonna give it to your dad and brother and Sammy D.
And we'll do a taste
live
test
on the air
Oh my god,
and make them eat it
totally.
and give their feedback.
Yes.
We're gonna
yes,
give you
yes, yes,
live
yes,
feedback
yes.
just in case you like exciting showcases. Get ready for the first
The
ever
Aspic tasting contest.
You can call me out on this if I'm wrong. I dare you to do the research, but I think I feel confident saying it. This will be the first ever live review of an Aspic on a podcast.
Yeah, right. There's gotta be
Biggest mouth in the
Guinness
world.
World Record.
First live review of an Aspic. Put it in the books. And when I say that, the Guinness book, but
Yeah,
I'm not
well, I was
sure
gonna
if
say,
that's the
can we
right
get a
way for me to
Guinness for
say
that?
that.
There's gotta be an Aspic Guinness record.
You were supposed to say Guinness or the Book of World Records the right way. What's the right way to say that again?
Guinness Book of oh shit.
It's not the Guinness Book of World Records anymore.
It's
It's the Book of World Records presented by Guinness.
No, no.
Now I'm making stuff up because that sounded funny to me.
Guinness Book of World Records.
There-
Well, no, because it was Guinness Book of World Records because they didn't want it to be Guinness World Records. They wanted Guinness Book of World Records.
Okay.
That was what it specifically. Wow, that just racked my brain. Wow. Oh my god.
I'm glad I challenged you.
We lost a lot of brain cells over the last lots of
Year?
I mean between Florida and like, you know,
COVID over the last year?
yeah, literally. Brain cells have been lost. But yeah, let's do that. Let's do the Aspic for Thanksgiving for my dad's house. They'll love it. And then we'll definitely report back. And then a lot of I want to bring this up to you. Have you ever had stuffing with oysters in it?
No, but that sounds really good. You know how I feel about oysters.
Yeah, that apparently is another big thing is people put
I could
oysters in their
definitely do
stuffing.
baked oysters and stuffing. That's like would make a seafood broth feel very briny. I could definitely do that. I might put oysters. We should put oysters in the aspic.
Absolutely not. That sounds
For
disgusting.
your dad and brother.
Yeah.
What else are we gonna put in it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, well, I think we should make it somewhat kind of normal. Like not too crazy.
I don't even know you.
Well, I guess like at the end of the day, you'll eat anything, so I guess it won't go to waste. And then I was curious to get your thoughts on this too, to end the topic on food. Do you have a preference? What would you prefer when it comes to stuffing? Baked inside the turkey or outside?
Outside.
I know, I agree.
It's got to be crispy.
Well, you know
gotta
what
have a
someone
little
said
crunch.
is that what you do is you do half outside, half inside,
Or you pull it out of the turkey
and then
and
bake
then
it.
you rebake it. Do you know why
Yeah.
you should do that? For safety reasons.
Why?
Because that's the last part of the turkey that's get cooked, and sometimes if the juices aren't cooked all the way through,
Mhm.
that can leave like a little bit of a raw meat in your stuffing.
Oh.
So safety wise, you should bake your stuffing after you do
Safety wise,
that.
always safety first. That's what we're all about here.
I have an emergency situation.
Why?
I'm out of wine.
Oh my god. Well, too bad.
Can you carry on without me for 30 seconds?
Okay. Yeah, I can't. Hold on. I'll pause it. I can pause. Okay. We got more wine. The wine is completed. Oh my god, look at Prue is so cute. She's
Prue
being
is
such a good girl.
adorable.
We've also been gone. Like I feel like we went to Florida. So, you know, I think she's been missing us. She's been like a little cuddly bug. Anyways, so another thing I think for Thanksgiving is just a lot of people getting fucked up. Someone says that everyone takes a shot of Fireball, the entire family.
Wednesday before Thanksgiving
Yep.
has two food and beverage industry things about it. It's one of the biggest liquor sales day of the year.
Yep.
Just so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's also one of the top 4 pizza delivery days of the year.
Fascinating. Yeah, makes sense. No one wants to cook, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of people getting fucked up. A lot of people smoking weed with their grandparents.
The devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce smokes bong rips with their grandmother. That's the only way I want to live. If I'm not taking bong rips as a 79-year-old woman, then I don't want it. Put me out of my misery. Put me in a home.
If you could smoke weed with one person,
Snoop Dogg.
damn it, that's my answer. Fine, I'll go with my second favorite artist, Neil Diamond.
Taylor Swift. I bet Taylor Swift on me would be amazing, and we would just hang out with her cats, and we would just sing and play the guitar together, and we would just like scissor and stuff.
She was just saying the same thing on her podcast about you.
Yeah, right, exactly. So also, just a lot of family dramas. A lot of, obviously, especially I think the pandemic and all the political stuff recently. I mean, maybe that's just always been a thing. I feel like maybe it's just because I'm getting older. I'm just like realizing that like everyone just hates each other. It's like when you're young and you don't know anything about politics and you don't know what everyone's political views are and you don't know that secretly like everyone has beef with each other and stuff. And then when you get older, you're like, oh no, everyone hates each other.
Or they could just learn to find an interest in learning about that person and then be like, oh, I might disagree with you, but we can talk about it.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be
That's
nice?
what Anthony Bourdain wanted for people.
I
Then he killed
know.
himself.
Well, supposedly.
You're going to go Illuminati again, aren't you? Oh, boy.
I don't know. That's not what I heard. James loves my Illuminati conspiracy theories. Um, so I was also going to do
Oh, sorry.
what?
We would love for people to call in with your best family drama stories. We need holiday family
Ooh.
drama stories
Yeah.
shared
Yeah.
anonymously, of course, and then we
Yes.
comment on them. But
Yeah.
this is the time of year to share that stuff.
Yeah. I love some family drama because we all have it. Like, I don't think anyone's family is perfect. And it
Where
is.
can people find the number to call in?
Are you ready? Speak pipe.
Speak Pipe! Totally set you up on that one.
Speakpipe.com/weird and proud pod. Yeah, we're gonna get to some more of those soon. So submit them in. Yeah, like or I mean it could be anything obviously, but if you have some family drama, especially with the holidays coming up, a good
Even
family
past
story.
Thanksgiving drama, like
Yeah.
because we're gonna do a Thanksgiving recap show.
Right. Yes. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, obviously we'll do some interviews with the family next year. Next year. Oh my god. Next week. And then we'll see.
Wow.
I know, James. And then we'll go through. Hopefully we'll get some secrets in next week too. Because then we can get the family's reaction to some secrets.
Cheers to anyone else who has a dog passed out on their lap at home because this dog is
Oh
out like a light.
my god. Did you know that on Thanksgiving it was also called Ragamuffin Day at one point?
Oh, you're a little ragamuffin, huh?
Do you know what a ragamuffin is?
No, I've heard the term before
I know,
actually,
I don't
but I
really it
don't.
doesn't actually, it's funny.
I think of like a 1920s gangster saying, "Oh, you're being quite a little ragamuffin." Be a troublemaker. That's my guess.
Hold on, now I'm curious. What
I'm gonna say
is
ragamuffin is much like a little troublemaker.
so definition of a ragamuffin is oh my god, a person, typically a child, in ragged, dirty clothing. Ragamuffin.
Aww.
So, yeah, that's but it's also a cat breed. So, also a cat breed is a ragamuffin. But it used to be also called Ragamuffin Day, where ragamuffin, so like I guess like the children in
Children that were
raggy
in clothes.
clothing,
Oh.
would go around and that was like their like Halloween, and they would give them like treats, mostly like apples and like food, which is kind of crazy, right?
That's
I did not
awesome.
know
Well,
that.
it's Thanksgiving. I mean, one
Right.
of our people we love, Tony Robbins, feeds millions of families on Thanksgiving.
Oh yes, big Tony Robbins fans. As you guys know, that's where we met. If you had listened to another episode, I forget what episode that was, but yes, we talked about how we met Tony Robbins, big Tony Robbins fans. Even though there's some questionable things that have come up about him too. Who knows if he's also in the Illuminati?
Oh boy.
So I was looking at some like just interesting, other facts about that. Do you know where the cracking of the wishbone, that was another couple things too, like secrets that people sent in were like me and my brother still fight over the wishbone, or like we still do the wishbone and like really take it seriously. Have you ever, like, you've heard about that obviously, right?
Yes, I do know about it. I'm like, wow, I have never been stumped so many times in a row on facts.
Right? I am just spitting facts. And it's all, I mean, it's like stuff you're like, oh yeah, but you never like looked into. Like, you're welcome. Doing like the hard hitting research.
Do I get to make a random guess,
Yeah,
which I'll be
sure.
wrong about, but
Sure,
I'm
sure,
going to throw
sure.
it out there.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that the wishbone snapping started because I'm just pausing. My brain's now being too creative. I'm going to go with the gut instinct. So I think wishbone snapping started to see who got their first choice of the piece of turkey.
Oh, okay. That's how you think it's. Do you like what like why do you do it now then? Like what like when
Just to see who's better.
okay, so it's more of like a who's better.
Yeah.
Cuz this so was actually so what this says, I was trying to look up more details on it, but this one is and I always knew that it was like luck. Like it was like
It's a
whoever
there is a
yeah, it's
okay.
a it was more of like a lucky charm, but it was the ancient Romans did it and they actually really believed that like if you cracked and got the bigger bone, you were going to have good luck for the next year.
There you go. But they didn't
So
celebrate Thanksgiving.
right, but I
The
don't think it was like a
wishbone thing.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
just
I
like
know.
the
I understand.
wishbone in general, but I think they
Just
do
calling
that
that out.
because yeah, like they would normally do it with chickens. You know, like they would do
I
it.
know more about the wishbones with chicken usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the Romans and they because they believe birds possessed divine powers, so they could like
They can fly. They're magic.
right, totally. So they could tell,
But birds aren't
like
real.
who has better luck, I guess. But it's like only one person, so it's like I don't
There is that group out there that thinks birds aren't real.
know. Oh my god, literally still makes me laugh so hard. If you ever just want a good laugh, birds aren't real. Um like a made up kind of conspiracy theory. They're just like kind of playing fun at conspiracy theories and how people believe
It's
anything.
more of a really good satirical
Yeah, and
post
it's
group on it. It's
yeah.
look them up.
They
Birds
really
aren't real.
do like all these events and stuff and do press like acting like they really don't think birds are real. It's really funny. So here are some other to just wrap up our weird Thanksgiving educational podcast.
And topics of conversation you can have
Yes, yeah, you guys hopefully you're taking notes.
and
Um
drinking.
yeah. So the first Thanksgiving, there were 150 people there, and 5 women prepared the entire feast. And this is actually literally these like facts were meant to be shared over Thanksgiving so that everyone understood like the power of
Glad you're
Thanksgiving.
helping
So I'm
everyone.
helping everyone. You're welcome. So okay, this is kind of stupid. That's a stupid one. It says the first Thanksgiving was only eaten with spoons and knives. So no forks. Forks were not invented yet.
I say we bring that back.
Yeah.
I will
and it's
eat
like,
mashed
can you
potatoes with
imagine
I'll eat mashed potatoes with a fork.
eating your turkey with a spoon? That's crazy.
What with your
The
hands?
fork was absent and was not brought by the pilgrims. Yeah, so the first Thanksgiving happened in 1620.
I still don't use a
Which is
fork to
also
eat turkey to
interesting.
this day. I think you know that already.
Yeah, it was introduced 10 years later into the 18th century. So 1620 was the first Thanksgiving. Fascinating. Spoons and knives. Who knew? And Benjamin Franklin wanted the first turkey. Wanted the first. Oh my God. I cannot
Benjamin
read.
Franklin wanted the turkey to be
Wanted
the
the
national
turkey.
bird.
Yes.
That I know.
Yeah, to be the first national bird. So lucky for us, we got the eagle because that's just kind of embarrassing. But
If I'm right, I might be wrong on this. I think Ben Franklin also was one of the people that voted for German to be our national language.
Oh, well,
German was almost voted in as our national
obviously
language.
he's an idiot, Ben Franklin.
Don't get me started.
Do you know the best way to check if a cranberry is ripe?
To squeeze it.
No. Bounce it off the ground. Yep. If it bounces higher than 4 inches, it's ready to be picked. Thought about.
They grow in bogs actually. Cranberries grow in marshes.
Yeah.
So harvested.
Yeah.
You know why I know this?
Why?
Wisconsin is the number 1 cranberry producing state in the country.
Wow. Did you know that cranberry is one of the only 3 fruits native to North America?
Yeah, cranberries are amazing.
And served at 95% of Thanksgiving dinners. It's one of the most like consistent other than turkey of like what people eat.
I
wow,
like
that is
making
crazy.
actual fresh cranberry sauce because cranberries break down and when they're heated so well, then they're delicious.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
With a little orange zest. Don't put any sugar in it, right?
Yep.
And a little bit of orange zest and maybe even some crazy herbs like oregano and stuff isn't bad in there.
Yeah, totally. Great facts, James. And the reason TV dinners exist is because of Thanksgiving. Because in 1953, they had an oversupply of turkeys, 260 tons Swanson had. So they started freezing them and made dinners. And that's how
Swanson frozen dinners.
right? Fascinating. Also, Americans eat over 750 million pounds of turkey every year. The weight of Singapore. No, not the weight of Singapore. I forget weight. Now my thing isn't
The
loading.
population of Singapore?
Yes. No. Population of Singapore. Where did it? Hold on. Let
What
me
did
read
it
that
say?
again.
What was
Hold
the
on. I
number
just
again?
lost it. Hold on. I had to reload the page. And I tried to guess, and I was like, wait, how did they measure how
I
much
love
Singapore
that you were like
weighs?
the weight of Singapore. What?
Oh my god, the page. No. It was something like, or maybe like how much Singapore like eats in like a year. Um, okay, Americans eat the weight. Yeah, the weight of the entire population of Singapore.
It is the weight of Singapore.
So I was fucking right.
Prue, how do you feel about that?
That's cray
She's
cray. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I thought like weighing the country, like if they put the entire country of Singapore on a scale, like picked it out of the water.
So it's probably more just the people. Yeah. If you just
Something to think about.
do you think that islands float?
Yeah.
Like, do you feel that
Yeah.
islands are
Don't
just
they?
floating out
Yeah.
there
Don't they?
and you can pick them out?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. What?
Do you think
You j-
Singapore is an island?
Yeah. How else would it work? I'm kidding. I'm not that dumb. I promise. It's more like it's hooked by a hook to the bottom by a string. Do you know the day after Thanksgiving is the busiest day of the year for plumbers?
That's a cool fact.
That is friggin' funny. Black Friday isn't a big deal for retailers, plumbers, and drain cleaners. Biggest day. That makes sense.
old
Everyone's
dumps.
clogging them up. I think that one is pretty.
I think that's a fun weird fact.
And
You bring that up at your dinner.
well,
like
everyone
if you're
right
listening,
before everyone takes a hot
that
dump.
should be brought up like when grandma's mid bite just about to dig in, say, "Hey grandma, did you know that tomorrow is the busiest day of the year for plumbers?"
Yep. Fun facts. Listen, we are just here to provide. And FDR once moved Thanksgiving up a week. That's interesting because he wanted to give people more time for shopping during the Great Depression. And it was called Thanksgiving. Weird. The first Thanksgiving lasted 3 days. Also something really interesting.
Oh, I wish Thanksgiving lasted 3 days. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. The woman
But then
who
it should be on a Wednesday. So you do like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you
Yep.
go into the weekend.
Yes.
That's how Thanksgiving should be celebrated.
Yeah. I know. I love that
Starts on
Thanksgiving
Wednesday. Thursday is your actual meal. Friday's a recovery day. Then you have your regular weekend.
Well, I feel like it already kind of is. Like you
Kind
already
of is,
kinda
except
do
then
certain-
Christmas had to intervene with Black Friday.
Yeah.
Stupid Black Friday.
The woman who got Thanksgiving instated as a national holiday also wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb. And her name was Sarah Hale.
She had a lot of influences on animals.
Totally. Yeah, I was like, that's so random, but it's really also, do you know Canada has a totally other they have a Thanksgiving, but it's totally different. It's in October, the Monday of October. And it's to celebrate. It was first declared in 1872 to celebrate the medical recovery of the Prince of Wales. He had a fever. Oh my God.
Kind of
Sounds
a
like
wussy holiday.
Yeah, well, it sounds like every guy in America has one bad fever and wants a whole holiday named after him. The Macy's Thanksgiving parade used to be balloons, and they would let them go after the parade. Can you imagine if there's just like these huge balloons? LOL. That's crazy. And there were no size restrictions before 1997, and the Barney balloon ripped like the entire thing and almost took down the entire like parade in 1972.
You gotta.
Nope, 1997.
I was
Right
gonna
before.
say I
I
don't
was like
think Barney was around in 1972.
1997. I read that wrong. And they had to have regulations so that balloons cannot be no larger than 70 feet high and 75 feet long.
I'm so glad they regulated that.
Right? It's all about safety. How many people do you think watch the Thanksgiving Day parade on Thanksgiving?
20 million.
50 million.
50. Wow.
That was back in 2017.
I
This
wonder what
article.
they
So,
charge for advertising rates at that thing.
oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Um, more than 4/5 of Americans prefer leftovers to the real meal, which is
I would
another.
disagree with that.
You don't think?
I'm that one dentist that doesn't like Trident either because 4 to 5
Mm,
dentists recommend it. No, I want the real meal. Leftovers are amazing. They're great. They're probably your best leftovers all year,
mm-hmm.
but I'll take the real meal.
Mm. I would actually agree with that. I do love a Thanksgiving sandwich, though.
Yeah,
You know how much I
we
feel
all
about that.
do. But
Yeah.
really versus the real meal? No, that's insane.
Yeah. I know. Well, that's, there's nothing like fresh turkey out of the oven, the fresh gravy.
The stuffing.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
no.
Yeah, we love it. And just so everyone knows, and this again was from 2017, but it does say Thanksgiving is America's second favorite holiday.
Next to Christmas.
Yep. So, which I think is really interesting because I feel like it has gotten a lot of, it's hard being back to back with Christmas, which is like the best holiday and it lasts all month. But you like need a holiday like that when you're in, especially around here in winter, like to, get your spirits up. And so it's hard, but it is still the second favorite. I mean, again, this is in 2070, but I don't know what else would be up there with Christmas.
I mean,
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I guess I'm a little surprised by that in a way. Well, I mean, maybe not. Who knows though if they would be changed if they did one in 2021. I don't know if it's different because a lot of people are really into Halloween.
I know.
Yeah.
I still think Thanksgiving. You know how I love Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like Christmas, but I think Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday.
I knew, I do
think it
like
is.
Thanksgiving.
Even though I did bring up, I already might have brought up potential Halloween costumes for next year.
Yeah.
Which means I don't slouch on my love of Halloween and dressing up in character.
Yeah. Right. Well, and it's also close to my birthday, which, again, I turned 28 last week. Wink, wink.
I know.
So it's always like, people are still like, oh my God, happy birthday. Like it's still like kind of about me, which is always important.
I was going to say, that's changed from any other day? How?
Nope. Anyways, so anything else weird, James, that's on your mind? Anything, I mean, we're excited for Maine. Again, we'll have a Maine. I'll see if I can get my dad to submit some,
we
some
want
more
holiday
weird
stories.
holiday stories, or just weird secrets in general, weird stuff. We'll also have some other interviews lined up soon. But
We'd
hope
like some good who got too drunk over the Thanksgiving.
yeah. Did
We'd
someone
love some of
like
those
get
stories.
wasted? Because that normally is our like during my family holidays, my family gets turned and someone is always blacked out. It's a whole thing. Everyone has a little bit of a problem, but it's all good. It's all good. It helps us survive. And we hope everyone has an amazing Thanksgiving.
Have a great,
Hope you
great
survive.
Thanksgiving.
Hope you
listen to the Thanksgiving follow-up show.
Yep. And make sure that you submit your weird secret, weird family thing, crazy family thing, whatever it is. Make it weird, and that's how we like it at speakpipe.com. Speakpipe.com/weird and proud pod. And we love you guys. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks
you
for
so much
hanging
for
in there.
listening.
And we will see you guys next week.